What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we are hearing that stimulus checks, many of them are going to be going out. And this is your Build Back Better stimulus package update and stimulus check update. Now, take a look, you guys. Your state's tax on groceries, income, gas, and more could soon be slashed. And yes, state stimulus checks, we're hearing, are going to be on the way here very soon. And also, as I've shared with you already in other videos, we're hearing this is possibly going to be happening on a federal level, as well as lawmakers have already released legislation saying that they want more stimulus checks. Take a look at this, you guys, to provide some relief. In what just so happens to be an election year in many places, state lawmakers are floating an abundance of proposals that would slash all sorts of taxes. Now, jumping down, just to clarify, we've had up to $1,000 proposed, but no one is officially referring to these payments as new stimulus checks, but that is pretty much the gist of what they amount to, as they're calling them tax rebates, they're calling them anti-inflation rebates, gas rebates. But you guys, it's basically going to be money going directly to people's pockets. So I'm going to be sharing with you a ton of these that are coming out just in the past week, as I let you know, stimulus checks, they are ramping up. Money is going to be coming your way. So I've got a ton of articles I'm going to be diving into, getting you caught up on the latest, as a lot of people, literally millions, are going to be getting new checks here on state levels, and we'll see if they're also going to be happening on a federal level. So let's go ahead and dive right in, get you caught up on the latest. And also, if you missed my last videos, you might want to check them out. Also, my son let you know in the first one this morning that I needed a haircut. I got it, and thank you so much for all the happy birthday wishes. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And also, consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to get caught up on the latest with growing wealth, personal finance. On our latest flip project, we have a major flip that is underway, just complete gut and remodel. It's going to be really awesome, and I'm going to be sharing the journey with you guys on that channel if you're interested. But let's get you caught up on stimulus checks, and let's go ahead and dive right in this Friday evening. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you appreciate these updates, don't forget, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps out my channel a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here, you can stay up to date totally free. I'll let you know everything that's going on. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. And if you got any specific questions for me, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is hop onto Instagram, shoot me a DM. You'll be talking directly to me, and that's going to be at SteveRam3. And I'll do my best to get you any answers to any questions that you got. But with that being said, we have got a lot of stimulus check updates, so let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so link in the description below to all of these articles that are going to be letting you know about stimulus relief that's going to be on the way. Now, this first one is just a recap. Then I'm going to be diving into specific states and what you can expect to see. Now, it says, as for the array of state tax cuts, most are still just in the planning stages, and some will likely surely not become a reality after political battles are fought and votes are counted. But some proposals have already been approved, and locals can look forward to catching a break. And here are some of the big areas that are going to be targeted for tax cuts. And first up, of course, is going to be gas. There's inflation on the rise, and we're hearing that gas tax cuts are going to be coming. I'm going to be covering some of them in this video. Also, state income taxes are being considered for cuts as well. And we're hearing right now that states are just flush with cash. They're just, usually they're complaining about not having enough money. Well, right now, with the American Rescue Plan and a lot of the things that have unfolded, states have surplus budget money, a lot of which they're sending back out to residents. Property taxes as well, sale taxes. There's going to be some cuts, grocery taxes. And you guys, I'm going to dive into some of the states specifically for you. So first up, link in the description below, of course, California. Pain at the pump. State lawmakers officially propose $400 rebates to tax filing Californians. And it says a total funding needed for the proposal is going to be an estimated $9 billion, which would come from states' budget surplus. Amid record prices at the pump, a group of California legislators unveiled a proposal Thursday for a $400 rebate to help offset the high gas tax residents pay in the Golden State. Now, lawmakers, most of them Democrats, proposed pulling $9 billion from California's $45 billion budget surplus. Absolutely incredible, to fund rebates that would be more than covering the 51 cent per gallon state gas tax for one full year of weekly fill-ups for a car with a 15-gallon tank. Man, $45 billion in budget surplus. Many Californians are feeling severe financial pain at the pump and looking to California's leaders for help. And we believe a rebate is the best approach to directly put money in people's pockets. And they're saying they want to send these checks out to people because you're going to be seeing here a lot of the situations where the state could cut the state gas tax. The question is, will the gas stations then decrease their prices, or will they pocket that tax removal? Let me know your thoughts, you guys, but in order to ensure that it goes to people, they're saying send the rebate to the people. And listen to this. Are you already starting to think about how you would spend that money and wondering what would qualify for a rebate? Well, surprising thing is that the rebate wouldn't only be aimed at drivers, and you wouldn't need to show proof of car ownership or provide gas receipts. The thinking is that all residents right now are experiencing a hit right now with all the inflation and the rising costs of living expenses. So they're saying we're going to send out a gas tax rebate, but it doesn't even matter if you get gas. We're just going to be sending you money. Now, if the proposal passes, anyone who filed taxes in the state would receive $400 no matter how much you drive, no matter how much money you make, and regardless of whether you have a car. The release said the proposal is being pitched as an alternative to suspending the gas tax, which is the highest in the country, and Republicans in the state have argued for cutting the gas tax entirely. So California, that is taking place right now. Now, next up, budget breakdown shows New Yorkers are paying 65 cents per gallon in gas taxes. And the article says that all week we've been tracking the record high gas prices. The national average of a gallon of regular on Thursday, March the 10th, sits at $4.34 a gallon. Last night, we told you that Governor Kathy Hochul is on the fence about whether to cut New York State's gas tax after a bipartisan call from a number of state lawmakers who wanted to have the tax suspended to give New Yorkers some relief at the pump. Here's what Hochul recently said about cutting the tax. Take a look, you guys. It could go up to $6 a gallon, is what we're hearing today. I don't have any way of guaranteeing that the savings from not having to pay the 10 cents or 18 cents or 20 cents per gallon is going to end up in consumers' pockets if it's going to be absorbed in those increases. So I'm being very thoughtful about this. And this is because just because they get rid of that tax does not mean that it's going to be showing up at the pump. So they want to make sure, like in California, they get money directly to people. Next up is Florida. We're hearing that they're going to be getting some stimulus checks for gas as well. Florida drivers could get gas tax breaks in October. House and Senate negotiators agreed on Wednesday night to use $200 million in federal stimulus money to give Governor Ron DeSantis part of his request for a gas tax break, as they wrapped up more of the budget that will send the annual legislative session into overtime. And you guys, I reported this to you previously, but they're saying that in Florida, it's very likely you're going to have to wait till October to get these, and that just so happens, they said, to be right before elections, just to remind voters, hey, we gave you some money, you might want to vote us to stay in power. Next up is Georgia gas tax cut. Will gas stations pass along the savings to consumers? Georgia's governor and attorney general are expected to discuss Friday how the state will try to ensure that consumers get the full tax cut. And it says a price cut at the gas pumps is on the way in Georgia, and this just came out and was updated today. Friday, Georgia's Governor Brian Kemp is scheduled to sign into law an elimination of the state's 29-cent per gallon gasoline tax for at least 2 months. But will gas stations actually pass along those savings to customers? There is nothing in the legislation that requires gas stations to pass along the gas tax savings. So, taking a little bit of a risk there. Next up, we have Maryland. Congratulations. Maryland lawmakers are expected to approve gas tax relief. It says a temporary suspension of Maryland's gas tax could save drivers close to 37 cents per gallon. Maryland drivers could get a gas tax break of high gas prices as soon as Thursday if lawmakers okay a suspension of the state's gas tax, so an additional 37 cents per gallon. House and Senate lawmakers are scheduled to have the final vote on the gas tax relief bills Thursday, and measures are likely to pass with bipartisan support, according to reports. And Governor Larry Hogan has said that he will sign the bill so it can take effect immediately. So that is happening right now in Maryland as well. And another one for you guys, Walz favors $500 Minnesota stimulus checks, not gas tax holiday, to ease the pain at the pump. So in Minnesota, $500 stimulus checks. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is pushing for lawmakers to pass bigger rebates checks instead of a gas tax holiday as inflation surges to levels not seen in 40 years. Walt's proposal calls for direct payments of $500 to adults who make less than $164,400 a year and $1,000 for couples making less than $273,470 a year. And he has tripled the size of the checks since his first proposal back in January, and his administration now estimates the cost to be around $2 billion. The checks are part of Walt's updated spending plan that he released on Thursday. So there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Checks are on the way on state levels. We've had them coming out in city levels. The American Rescue Plan funds are still coming out. And now lawmakers are talking about more checks on a federal level to help combat these gas prices. And if you missed my last video, you might want to check it out. We received word that it is very likely in the next couple weeks we could have a new wave of a mutated variant coming our way. Now, hopefully not, but if we do, that could also increase the case for more stimulus provisions, direct payments to assist people at this time. And you guys, whatever unfolds, I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. And don't forget, if you made it this far and you haven't already, smash that like button for me. Helps out with the channel a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Leave your comments, share this out, hit the subscribe button to stay up to date, turn on the notification bell. Join me on Instagram at SteveRam3. Join my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to see our flip projects and learn about growing wealth and personal finance. Hope that you and the family have a blessed weekend. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you so much, you guys. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.